Next task is to learn posting the data. These all are getting the data. We are getting from other source based on available content. Next posting is required. So come to your React folder. Suppose this is the React project I have. So out of this project folder, I will create here one API folder. Create a folder called API. Out of project. Yes, out of project folder. Okay, folder is ready. Go to the folder, open CMD. In the CMD, we can write here npm install JSON-server. npm install -g. npm install space -g JSON-server. JSON-server. Enter. It will show something package added, something modified. No problem. That is only we are doing. How to create API. Okay, ready. Installation is ready. Done. Yes.
Sir, in my it is showing zero vulnerability found.
Leave that all. JSON plus JSON server. Something is saying here. plus JSON server package added.
No, sir.
What is the model?
Sir, in my one, it is saying added 175 packages and audited 176 packages in 15 seconds. And then it is showing run npm fund for detail.
Let's go ahead, create a file data.json in that API folder.
Okay, sir.
Create a file data.json in API folder. Data.json is ready. Let's go inside. Create an object array. Right here call item list. Item list.
So we have to make a test file, right?
JSON file.
Okay.
Data.json. Okay, ready? Come inside. We need to store the data in multi-dimensional array format. Yes. ID :1 name, anything right? Apple. Price 300. UTI 10. Details. Good. Photo 1.jpg. Add one item. Ready one array. Put the comma. Copy the same item. Here. Paste again. 3 times and paste. Remove last comma. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Tell. Yeah, I can hear. Hmm. Have you replied the email? Email you have got, on that email have you replied? You can call on this number tomorrow 10:30. Again, Kirtana will be available, so will guide you. .jpg, 3.jpg. If we added some data as a sample data to test it, we can send the data here from Angular directly, from React. Photo 1, 2, 3, 4, we need to keep in public folder.
Why we have added keep this data in outside the project?
API will be out of the project folder. Yesterday we have called the data from where? From outside, no? Similar way, this is going to be a backend. Which one? JSON server, what we have installed now, it is going to work like a backend. Your React is working as a front end. We are going to learn how to communicate between front end to back end, to send the data and to receive the data. Receiving the data you have seen in some other URL yesterday I have given you. Now we need to learn how to send the data to backend. Okay, now is a JSON server. Once you join the company, they will give the URL of PHP, they'll give the URL of .NET, they'll give the URL of Java. So for everything remains same, URL will get changed. Check that data is added properly. Now 1, 2, 3. Yes, tell me. Yeah, hello, I can hear. Go ahead. What's your name? Your name. Ravi. So, okay. Which course you are looking? Which course you are looking? Course name. DevOps we are not having as of now. DevOps training is not available as of now. Java, Python, full stack development, web designing development. No, institute is closed. It's 8 o'clock, 7:30 we close it. Institute is closed for the day. You can come tomorrow. No. फ्री का फोन में कितना बात करेगा लोग, हेलो हेलो करते रह जाते भाई। अब 4 बार मिस कॉल होते उसके बाद कॉल किया।
Sir, recently you are studying any full stack developing course?
Now we have everything, no? Full stack, Mina
Because
stack, Marna stack, all
my cousin brother wants to do, sir. So
full stack in Java or Python or Node.js.
Java, Python, Node.js. Okay.
Now, three
Got-
combination we have: full stack with the Node.js, full stack using Python, full stack using
Java.
Java.
Sir, Python, how much it will cost? Sir?
Python is 15,000, Java is 20,000, Node.js is 15,000.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, Java, sir, when starting, sir?
Next week we have a batch.
Okay, sir. Okay. I will inform him, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so hope this file you have ready. Now see, in this file, in this file, this is one JSON file. It is going to work like the backend as a file system. It is not database, it's a file system. So to the file system, you are going to make a API, JSON server, what we have installed. It will work exactly like what yesterday you used to access. Yesterday we have access, no, the data from somewhere else. Exactly same thing is going to happen here, but it will be concept of backend and frontend. This JSON server will work on different port number. You can see your port number is as of now 3000 port number, right? Now this JSON server will start on different port number. Okay, so let's go. And in this CMD, first to write here how to start the JSON server. You can make a note somewhere, after half an hour you will forget it. Okay, so how to start the JSON server? In CMD we have to write JSON-server space -- watch. JSON-server space -- watch your file name. So what is the file name? Data.json. After that, on which port number you are going to start? So you have to write -- port. Any port number, 4 digit, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will start the server on which port number? 1, 2, 3 port number, and that will be your which file? Data.json file. So this line you can copy or take in the phone or type somewhere. Keep with you always. Okay, hope written somewhere. Let's go now. Now the same thing we need to write where? Under the terminal. The one terminal that we have where we have installed the JSON server. In this terminal, you need to type that code and enter. In this terminal, we need to type the code and enter. हम लिखे हैं ना यहाँ पे लिखना है CMD में. हाँ, API के CMD में.
Sir, it's showing loading data.json done.
You should save your file. Which file? Data.json file. That should save, and after that we need to run this command. It will come like this.
Done, sir.
Done.
Anything? Something like this? Yeah. Student done restore something? Error I have. Error. Data.json file is not proper. Comma is there in the last. Remove this last comma.
So JSON is not recognized as an internal or external function.
You have installed that JSON server.
Yes, sir.
Install again.
Sir,
No, it was, sir, in my one, it was coming means zero vulnerability found and run npm fund for details. It was reflecting. 15 packages are looking for funding. Run npm fund for details.
Are you working or not?
sir, in my case, sir, ops data.json doesn't seems to exist. Creating data.json with some default data.
That only our habit is to read one line and we read last line. We don't do everything properly. Okay. The problem in is data.json file. Hold on, I'll share the file, you can copy paste. Okay, whoever have error, replace this content in your data.json file and again compile. Whoever have error, I send you the code, replace in your data.json file, again recompile. Replace the content. Replace the content and then open the CMD in that API folder. Run there. I sent you the content, replace the content. After that, open the CMD in the API folder. There we run it.
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Anyone else has error?
Actually, sir, I opened the CMD in another folder, sir. Project one there, sir.
ये तो ब्रैकेट जैसे टेम्परेरी फाइल बनाते हैं मतलब टेम्परेरी फाइल बनाते हैं नहीं परमानेंट सॉल्यूशन है इट विल स्टोर द डेटा फॉरएवर बैकिंग की जानकारी नहीं है लेकिन उसके जैसे था यस यस बैकिंग और नहीं आता फिर भी उसकी तरह No error. Shall we go next?
Sir, JSON server / dot. This one, sir, open the server. Why should the server?
This line to start the server.
Okay, sir.
This line is in the server. npm install -g JSON-server. This is to install the server. Okay, install server. And this one is for what purpose? To start server. Install server and start the server. Both you can make a note somewhere. It will be helpful. प्रोजेक्ट वन का भी सीएमडी खुला रहना चाहिए सर्वर उसका भी सर्वर खुला रहना चाहिए दोनों so now how many cmd is running two cmd is running right one cmd is for the react there you are running with the react server 3000 port number and this cmd is running for backend server that is called your JSON server. Complete JSON server using JSON server only will do the project. Entire project, dynamic project you can do based on JSON server. Everything A to Z. Okay, so let's go. Next, after this, come to the browser. It is saying here localhost colon 1234/item list. Correct? This is the URL. There we can find our data. So come to the browser and write here localhost :1234/item list. See, all the data is coming. Same like yesterday URL.
Yes, sir. Coming, sir.
It's exact same like yesterday URL. Yesterday we have implemented that. We have read the data from other server. This is also happening.
Coming, sir. Sir, it's coming.
Okay.
Sir, we need to keep both the CMD open, sir.
Both CMD you need to keep open.
Okay, sir.
CMD will be closed, then your server will be closed.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Server will be closed, then you will not get data.
Yes, yes.
Your server, both the servers should be running. Then only the front end will communicate with the back end.
Backend.
Front
Okay, sir.
end is
Okay.
one, your React will communicate with the back end.
Yes.
Back end is holding the data here.
Yes.
Yes, this URL. Now this URL we will give to React. Yesterday what we are given? JSON placeholder something. That is the live server. Now also live server is running, but in individual computer. Okay. Now this data, this URL will give to React. React will get the data in the form of JSON, convert into array and run the loop. That's all. Same process, everything same process. So if you want to fetch all the data, then you have to call item list. Suppose if you want to see only the item number 2, you can see everywhere ID is unique, ID 1, 2, 3. If you want to see list of the product, then you can call like this. If you want to see only particular product, then what we will do? We will write here slash ID. What is
Yes,
the
sir.
ID? 1 or 2. And then enter. It will give you only particular product details.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It will give you only particular product details. Right?
Sir.
If you want to see the product number 3 will give ID, it will come. It will give the product number 1, it will give come. If you give only URL, item list, it will give you all. It will give all. Okay. Now we will give this URL to whom? React. React will fetch the data from here and display inside the page. Anyone have error or no error? Please let-
No,
JSON data, sir. Backend JSON data, right?
Hmm.
With this, we have created our own JSON data, backend JSON data, right?
We have created our own backend
Data, like
data.json file.
Yeah.
That is running on port number 1234. From there, we can get all the data after calling the URL. That URL now we are going to add under the yes React. So let's come to the React part. In project 1, hold on, I have to open this code. Practice is going on. See, practice
Yes,
will
sir.
great. Practice will make you great. Keep in mind. If you have the practical knowledge, then only reference will work. Without practical knowledge, even reference will also get failed. So I hope you will keep proper knowledge. Let's go next. So what yesterday we have created till what is your last hook file?
Okay.
Eight.
8.
Yes, sir.
But I have given 3 URL. It should be 11.
Hook 11.
11, sir.
Yes, a few people got captured. That meaning you have not done assignment.
Sorry, sir.
We'll try weekend, sir.
Okay, weekend. Okay, go for interview. Then the company will say weekend will come, then we'll give you offer. Go to the weekend, they will say today is holiday. Next weekend. Next weekend is also holiday.
We are doing
Sir,
regular
in
work, sir.
PHP 1,
Huh?
sir, in PHP 1, it is showing the number of data, but it is not reflecting the data. It is showing 500 total number of items in
Maybe
PHP that
backend is
titles
not
which
under
one
our
was.
control, no? See, that backend is not under our control,
Yes.
right? That is under the control
Okay.
of someone else.
Yeah.
So we cannot say where it is and how it is. We implemented one or two, it was working, you got idea. Now we can create our own and we can implement.
It's showing
Yes.
data, sir, in my.
Okay, so let's go next. Next is import React, then use state, comma, use effect from React. After that, write a const hook 12 equal to support people to 12. Now we can write here a constant item list update item use state square bracket. Write a function get item now write the fetch function and what is your URL you can copy from browser localhost : localhost colon 1234 slash item list dot then response dot json dot then item array all the date item pass inside item array. Okay, so question is when to call this function. Yesterday it was someone else servers. So you have not added one. You have added in the use effect. Use effect, remember? Use effect we have added in the last as a one. Why we added one? Because this function will execute continuous. Which function? Use effect.
Use effect.
Use effect will start hitting to the server continuous. Okay, so in that case, problem will be, so if someone else server, then no problem. He will face the problem. But now it's your server. Okay, so it will go under infinite continuous. So we'll remember all the use effect. Use effect inside this one you can add here, then call that function called get item. It is going to call only one time. Okay, hope written. Now come down. You have to write now return. Return a division H1 total items item list dot length. Hope ready. Now save this file, add in the routing and check once anything is coming or not. Length is coming.
Working, sir. 3 items.
3.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The data is fetching from local server, sir. In JSON server.
JSON server.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see it now. I will go to the app.js file. I will call hook 12. Okay, so it's saying item 3. Now we need to display that items. So let's go to the page, hook 12.js file, and we have this class. We can follow this class. Which class? This one? Company.
Product.
Product.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
I write it down.
Huh? This class in home page we have no this class. This one we can follow.
Product class, sir.
Product class. Let's go there then. Come to the item.js file. Here you can keep align center. In hope in your public folder you have some photos. In public folder you need to keep 1, 2, 3, 4 photo.
Yes, sir.
Item list dot map. Item comma index. Return. Division. Class name equal to class name equal to product. You need to display inside export. What is their name inside JSON server? See here, what are the properties you have? Name, price, quantity, details, photo. Okay, so first print the name. Item dot name. After that, display the photo. imgsrc equal to item dot photo. Height equal to somewhere 20 and width equal to somewhere 120, something random we can give. After that, in paragraph we can print the price, rupees, item dot price. Next paragraph we can write quantity dot. Next after that, details. Paragraph item dot details. Photo should be there in your public folder, 3 photo.
Working, sir.
Okay, now let us check.
Working, sir.
Photo is not there. Okay, photo should cover full width. So for that, you can give width 100%. And height you can give 100 or 90, so it will not look compressed.
Right. These photos we need to put it. Need to put in Reactjs project, right? That one or API project, right?
In public folder,
Public folder it is there under Reactjs folder. That one.
we have to keep there 6 photos, 3 photos.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Okay, go next then. Photo, it's got increased now. Coming something like this. 3 data is coming from where? That JSON server. That is your own client and own server. Okay. Now suppose when we click on particular product, it should go to the next page where it should display only particular product. Like when you click on one particular product, what should happen? Maybe you display here name and photo and price, two things. If you click on that, it will go to the next page. There it will display the remaining things. So to go to the next page and see the remaining thing, we have to study the huge params. Okay, because once we click here, you saw here through ID we were able to access. Suppose I press here 2. The product number 2 is giving. In this page, we have not given any ID, so all is coming. When we click here and go to the next page, we have to pass the ID. From this page to next page, we have to pass the ID. Correct. So to pass the ID, we have to study the next hooks function that is called use params. Then only it will happen. So next target will be, we will design a form here, enter the product name, product price, quantity, and enter a photo URL from internet. Photo will not save here. We'll copy the photo URL from internet and paste, it will go to JSON server and it will display. Okay, so let's do that part next. Here we need to design a form. How many input field? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 field is required. So in one line, 5 input field we need to add, and then we need to display data in the next line. Okay, go next. In the same page after H1, keep a paragraph So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 details we have. So in the first paragraph, we will take 3 input. Okay, and second paragraph will take the 3 input. So create a text box. Input. So till here flow is clear or not? Now suppose that day we have designed the dashboard. Yes. Remember the dashboard. It was coming from where? Those data was coming from where? JSON file, local JSON file. It was not coming from server. Now that work, what you have made, click on that data was coming. That data should come from JSON server. So how many server we have to start? Server will be only one. In one file there will be multiple array. Okay, so we'll work on this first. Input type equal to text. After that, I text after that placeholder. Placeholder equal to item name. One text box. So hope one text box is coming. Let's vent in the very left. Okay, align center we can keep. It will come in middle. Item name, size, quantity, photo, and many more. Item price, quantity, and photo, and item details. After that, one button. Save item. Okay, ready. Text boxes are ready. Then save button. So we'll enter the details here. And we'll click on save. This many only, no? Name, price, quantity, and then details. Another one is called photo. So here we'll enter the photo URL. Photo URL will copy from internet and we'll paste and save it. See here, one more thing you can do. Item array we are calling, right? So as of now, your product is coming in ascending order. When you save the new product, last added product should come top. Whatever the product you will save, that should come in the where? Top. So what we have to do, this array we need to reverse here. Reverse here. So item dot array item dot reverse you can apply here. RE reverse. REVERS reverse. So your array will be in reverse order. Okay, so output remain same or different? Banana become first, remaining went in the okay, apple, so it's got reverse. Okay, so that is the next. Now we have to write three functions to take the value, store and list. Okay, so it will take quickly 5 minutes. Let's go fast. Write a const call p name. Pick name will be the function. The state you have to follow. By default, keep it empty. Pick name. Const p price. P price equal to use state. Let it be 0 by default. Const pqty pick qty use state 0. Const p photo comma pick photo use state empty. Const p details state yeah, ready. Now write a function called save. Now using fetch function you can't post. You have to call install another library to post the data. Okay, so keep the alert here. Call hi and call the functions on change everywhere. Pick name. Price Right. Pick photo. Pick details. Button click. Button click, alert should come. Right, button click. Alert is coming. Okay. Terminal. Open the terminal. We have to install another package to post the data. Open the terminal, go to the new terminal, or you can open the new CMD also in project folder. Terminal is there. New terminal. New terminal. Open the terminal, go in the new terminal. Terminal, new terminal. In that terminal, you will write npm install. And make a note also somewhere. Human is symbol or mistake. npm install Axios, Axios, enter. npm install Axios.
Sir, this is for what purpose, sir?
Posting the data.
Okay, sir.
It has get, post, update, delete all features. Easily you can communicate with any backend. Widely used in the market. Mhm. Okay, installation is going on. Let it go. By then, let's complete the functionality. Create a variable new item equal to the square bracket and create a variable URL equal to this URL. Where you are getting the data, there only you have to post also. We are getting the data from this URL. If you want to add new, we have to send here only. Okay, installation is ready. Axios, close that. Go to your JSON server, copy one item array completely. First item array we can copy. We can copy the item array and we can paste here. New item will be just as a item array. Okay, something like this. Ready? ID we don't need. ID it will generate automatically. Remove the ID. After that, Apple will get replaced by pname. 300 will get replaced by pprice. 100 will qty will get replaced by pqty. Details will get replaced by here pdetails. Photo will get replaced by P photo. So this is complete new product details. That is going to come from the text box. So this item is ready. URL is also ready. XCOS is also installed. Now we need to post the data. New item we need to post to this URL. Hope all are ready, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then go ahead next. Come in the beginning. Import EXIOS from single quote XCOS. Import XCOS from XCOS. Right? Ready? XCOS is called. Now come down. At this place now you will write XCOS.post. Inside the XCOS package there is a function called post. In that first you need to give URL and second you need to give the new item. New item. Okay. Now XCOS will post this new item array to this URL and that is nothing but your JSON server. As soon as post will happen from here, JSON server will capture and add in your file. So before running this, okay, so let's complete that. Dot then, here also response will come. But here only one time we have to write then. In the page we have to write then 2 times. Operator.
Sir, what for this then function is used there, sir?
Fetch, what you do in then? In fetch function, what is the use of then?
Yes, sir. Or fetching that, sir. Then is called.
Capture the response.
Yes, sir, sir.
Here also same thing. Here also used to then function everywhere to do the same thing. Your doctor will go to the Sakra hospital for what purpose? Not to drive the car, no. Doctor will some CMS hospital for what purpose? Not to drive the car. Doctor is doctor only. Wherever he will go, he will see the patient. So then function use with the XCOS, then also it will capture the response. Then use with the page, then also it capture the response. Keep in mind wherever the then will come, what it will do? It will capture the response. I have written here, then will capture the response. Now after that, so what will happen? Just this 2 line, your data is saving now. Data is going to save. Now after saving, we have to reload the list. Call the function here called this dot, not this dot, get item function. Call here get item function. For what purpose? After saving the data, to reload the item to reload the item after saving. xus.post, that's all. Then you can use then and just leave it empty because JSON server will not return response. Okay, it will not return any response. So what you do, dot response, leave empty and call here your remaining task. That's all. Now just write it. I'll guide you how to run. AXIOS. क्या इंस्टॉल कर दिया? इंस्टॉल करो पैसा.
npmx.xus.
Working, sir.
Working?
Yes, sir.
No, hold on. I will guide you. First, you close this file. Which file? This file we have opened, no? The JSON server. Close this file. In this record, we'll add dynamically. So first we'll add, then we'll open and see later data is coming here or not. So आप इसको पहले close कर दो. Close that. Installation done. Axios. Now let me guide you how to use that. Suppose first product photo we require. Enter the name. Call something mobile MI. Item price 8,000. Quantity 5. We require details. Wood font. Okay. Then we need photo. So I will go on internet and I will search here. So hope is over here, right? Now photo I need. So I will go on internet and I'll search MI phone pic. MI phone photo we can search. After searching that MI phone, it will display me list of the photos. In that I'll take any one photo. So from here, you can do the right click and copy link address. Right? You can do the right click here and copy the link address. Copy. Okay, let me go to the photo. From there, I will copy any URL. Internet looks like a little slow. Start हो गया? Yes. I will right click and copy. Which one? Image address. And I will go here. I will paste under the text box, copy image address. It will be very long, no matter. Just save it. You will see here, MI will appear. Now, suppose I will add one more MI2, MI9, 80,000, 50 quantity. Let me take one more photo from here. Copy image address. We'll go here, paste in that and save it. One more will appear. If you look into the JSON server, it will add inside.
Yes.
In JSON. JSON, the file. What is the file name? Data.json. In data.json, it will add a new element inside at last. But file name will be big file name, photo name. See the photo name. Photo, this is the photo URL, base 64. Okay, see here, photo URL base 64 like Delhi to Kolkata. Or you can keep photo anyhow and put there. Check now, working or not. ID is generating automatically. Go to other component and come back, no problem. Your data will be there only. Data is here only because it's a permanent. It is not
So
temporary.
the ID is created at last.
ID is generated automatically. It add in the last or first, no matter, it will generate automatically. Okay. Then see you tomorrow. I will upload the video in chat. You can download from there. Chat that